Clemson played great. Both sides played hard. It was one of those where kept everybody on their edge of their seat. And, we didn't have a lot of offense in, and we're very basic. Fortunately, we had a little running game going, and that kind of turned the game around for us. We looked good on the first drive of the game and the first drive of the second half, and other than that, we were kind of hit and miss. Proud of the defense. We gave up one long run. Other than that, I thought they played great, played all over the field, played very aggressive. We put pressure on the quarterback. We did give up some running yards, but for most part, we tackled pretty good. Offensively, it was a pretty good debut. I thought we'd score hopefully around 3 touchdowns, and that's pretty much what we did. And it worked out pretty good for us. Got a lot of individuals that stepped up. Really proud of the seniors, and 50 wins for them. Just unbelievable in our conference, and beat the competition that we play. Just a magnificent end of the season, beating your arch rival at home for the 6th time in a row, and then winning this game. It's looking at the offense right here. I can't remember the last time we had 90 snaps in a game. I got tired watching. I know they got tired playing. And 423 yards offense. And that's what it's about. If you go back and you look at the game, we started getting stronger as the game went on. And no matter who's playing defense in this against this offense, it's just hard because you get up and down and you go fast pace, and it gets you mentally as well as physically. And we felt like we had a great shot in overtime. In the first 2 plays, we looked like crap, to be honest with you. And Brandon made a terrific play, throwing the ball and getting almost the first down, and we went for it. I wasn't about to go in another overtime. We were going to get this game over with and go home. Our guys were tired and they were tired, and we didn't want to get anybody hurt. So it was a great effort from both sides, and fortunately for us, we finished off on a great note and won 9 games, and look forward to recruiting now in spring ball. Questions?
Raise your hands. Anybody?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Okay, right here. Question.
In view of your first half running game, what got you on track in the second half? Installing the quarterback?
There's no doubt the misdirection of our running game affected what they were doing. When Brandon was in the game, they turned their defensive ends loose. I think they're best players on defense, and we had a hard time blocking them with our true freshman defensive tackles, and they were on us, and that's pretty hard when you know that a quarterback's got to throw the ball. We ran a trick play one time. Brandon Cox ran the ball. That was a trick play, and he actually gained about 7 yards. So. I looked over to the other side of the field, and their coaches were looking at me like we were crazy. What are you doing? You can't run him. But I thought Kodi, the difference in the game was Kodi going in and making the reads and the runs and keeping them off balance. And then the bootleg pass for the touchdown that he threw for a first touchdown was very key. Our offensive line got stronger. We're in pretty good shape. Our work ethic has been great. We worked very hard, and knowing that we were going to have to play 4 quarters on both sides of the ball, and again they got a little bit tired, and that's the whole key to what you're doing. And it's very, very tough to play 90 plays on defense. That's like playing 2 games, and but you got to give it to them. They hung in there all the way to the end.
Tommy, you talked about Kodi's reading the defense, his ability to do that. How far did he go tonight in solidifying his status now as the #1 quarterback heading into the spring?
Yeah, he'll go in as #1 because he's earned that, and he's a gamer. You look at him on the sideline, he looks like he's a 3rd or 4th year player. He's got a lot of work to do in a lot of areas, but he's a competitor. Last year at Pine Bluff High School for the state championship in basketball, he shot a 3-pointer to win at the end of the game to win the state championship. And then, you turn it around tonight, and heck, he makes a run in overtime to win the 2007 Chick-fil-A Bowl. That's the type of player he is. He's a competitor. He can make decisions. And in this offense, you have to have a quarterback that can make decisions. And he can't be afraid to call his own number. And he got hit quite a bit. And I don't know how many yards he got rushing. Kodi Burns had 73 yards. And if you have that by a quarterback rushing, you're going to win a lot of football games.
Saying they went to the out route a lot. Was that something they were giving you, or that was exclusive part of the game?
Yeah, they were playing soft, what we call soft two coverage, which kind of four cross, and they were acting like they were going to press and then bailing out and letting their safeties come up and play the run, and kind of playing deep with their corners, and that kind of got them on the 3rd and 15 in the overtime, and they were a little bit soft, and our receiver ran a good route, but they had a good plan. You know, obviously they talked to some people about what Tony does, and they blitz quite a bit in the first half. But when you blitz, and you know, it might work, but you got to remember, when you blitz, it's like a 40-yard dash, and you got to go back that huddle, and you got to catch your breath, and you do a lot of it against this offense. It kind of wears you down. So it's danged if you do, danged if you don't. And so they took some chances, and it worked at times, and at times it didn't. Again, we hadn't had 423 yards offense in a while, and it was, you know, you would think it would be mostly passing, but it was 190 yards rushing. I'd say that's a pretty good day.
Did you hold your breath when the defensive back broke on the ball just before regulation was over? The defensive back 38.
Oh yeah. I thought he came up with. There were several times that you know that we could have caught the ball. We dropped an interception in the middle of the field about 5 minutes to go in the game. We almost intercepted the ball in overtime when our guy knocked it down on about the goal line. So there was a lot of close calls. I think I'm right if I look here, penalties. Oh, they had one for 5 yards. I was going to look. I don't think they had any turnovers. They didn't have any turnovers, right? No turnovers and one penalty. That's hard to beat a team when they play that perfect in terms of things that involved mistakes. So they were ready to play, and we got their best shot. And you know, again, it came up a tie in regulation. We're just fortunate to score the touchdown in overtime.
Were you nervous or apprehensive about the offense going in? And once you've seen it, how excited and relieved are you?
What the
spread?
Yeah, it's going to be better than what we played tonight. I mean, our offensive line's head was spinning. In the first half, our running back in the backfield probably lined up 39 plays. I would say at least 10 times on the wrong side, and you know, we're screaming and hollering, and it's just mental mistakes. You know, they're so in tune to looking and getting the play on the sideline, and it's hard to get them in a different mode of the quarterback telling them what to do, and then all of a sudden they've got to look and make their own decisions. A lot of mental mistakes by us. We could have played much better, but it's one of those offenses that, you know, we decided to run, you know, this year. I mean, this bowl game to give us a leg up, and it'll give us something to look at and study and work at, and our guys can evaluate themselves going into spring ball.
We got to cut it here. Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Both of Auburn's coordinators and a handful of players are